Welcome, listener. This is The Internet is a Toilet. I've got an update about the show coming up at the end of this episode, so stick around for that. But first, we take a look into the life of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. A very specific look into a very specific part of his life. What look into what part? The answer just may surprise you. Or will it? Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, born as Johannes Chrysostomus Wolfgangus Theophilus Mozart. I didn't know that. He was also a Freemason. I didn't know that either. Oh, and did you know that despite being heralded as a musical genius with many very popular compositions, Mozart absolutely 100% literally loved poop jokes? And I'm not kidding. Potty humor was Mozart's type of humor. And that makes me respect him so much more. There are many examples of this in letters that he wrote to his family, and even in music that he wrote. Mozart Symphony No. 40 in G minor, Molto Allegro. Well, the melody was based on a fart of his. Okay, so that part wasn't true, but I swear, everything else I'm about to say is factually true. Awesome! It is said that German theater was heavily influenced by 18th century stage character Hans Wurz, who may end up getting an episode of his own one day, but that's another story. Hans Wurz was known for entertaining his audience by, quote, pretending to eat large and unlikely objects, for instance, an entire calf, and then pretending to defecate them. Sounds fun, huh? Let's assume that this was also a big influence of Mozart's. Another Mozart poop example. In a letter to his cousin, he wrote,
"Well, I wish you good night, but first, shit in your bed and make it burst."
Burst?
Sleep soundly, my love. Into your mouth, your arse you'll shove.
I'm not kidding. Look it up. This is all really real. And this was in 1777, so just about everything in the world was different. The normal life expectancy was 38, and the average salary was roughly $65 a year. So think about it. You're having your midlife crisis at 19, bringing home just about $1 a week. Meanwhile, Mozart is telling his cousin to shit in her bed and make it burst. Check out this canon in B-flat for 6 voices. I'm gonna butcher this, but the title is Leck mich im Arsch. Leck mich im Arsch. Translated, that 100% means lick me in the ass. Leck mich im Arsch. And quite obviously too, Leck mich im Arsch? It just kind of seems to be the 18th century equivalent of kiss my ass.
Kiss my entire ass.
You know, it's more of an insult than an instruction to do this now. One of his songs uses a line that translates to shit oranges, which is an 18th century way of saying to get upset. Use it in a sentence? Gladly! If I can't find my autographed copy of Pounded in the Butt by My Own Butt by Chuck Tingle, I am surely to shit oranges. Oof, that felt good. Let's bring back shitting oranges. There are many more examples of this too. Historians estimate that 39 of Mozart's recovered letters include poop talk, or as smart people refer to it, scatological passages. Heh, even passages has ass in it. Also, 39 is an odd estimate. It's low enough that if it is 39, then the answer could just be 39. And if it's not 39, you can just estimate that it's 40. Nevertheless, in another letter he wrote to his cousin, he wrote,
"Oh, by the love of my skin, I shit on your nose so it runs down your chin."
What the fuck does that mean? It's hard to think that that one means anything else besides what it says.
It's getting weird.
Here's a letter that Little Mo wrote Daddy Mo about an encounter that Little Mo and his cousin had with a priest. Hang on tight, people.
"He was an arrogant ass and a simple-minded little wit. Finally, when he was a little drunk, which happened soon, he started on about music. I sang a canon, and he said, 'I've never heard in my life anything more beautiful.' I slipped in an entirely different text. I sang, 'Father Emelian, oh you prick, lick me in the ass.' Then Maria Anna and I laughed together for half an hour."
I want to hang out with Mozart. I want to laugh together for half an hour. I love the specificities, and I love that he sent this to his dad. And poop talk was big within the Mozart family. Mozart's mom and dad wrote each other letters that have also surfaced, also with plenty of poop jokes in them. More of that shitting in your bed and making it burst talk. And I've done a lot of thinking about that one. When he says shit in your bed and make it burst, I'm thinking that's more of like a fart or something. Shit in your bed, make it burst? A big toot in bed is definitely an easier way to start a comfortable night's sleep than spreading the bed with actual shit. I don't know. The world may never know.
Well, shucks.
Musical historian David Schroeder said the letters embarrass us. I hope that Mozart hears that and laughs, because the word ass is an embarrass. Lick mich im Arsch, David Schroeder. Your hair is dumb too. It really is.
That's true.
One sentence I read on the internet had me cracking up, and it reads as follows. A favorite scatological expression of Mozart was, "Oh, lick me real quick in the ass." That's it. Okay, now for another one of his canons. Bona Nox. Bona Nox. It was originally written with these lyrics by Mozart himself.
Good night, you are quite an ox. Good night, my dear lot. Good night, phooey phooey. Good night, we still have far to go today. Good night, shit in your bed and make it burst. Good night, sleep tight, and stick your ass to your mouth.
Awesome. Awesome to the max.
Unfortunately, decades, if not close to a century later, these magnificent lyrics were bastardized to this.
Good night until the morning breaks. All you sorrows, rest till morrow. Good night to you, sleep well. Close your eyes fast. Sleep, my darling. Very gently, sleep resting well.
I'm sick of being social engineered. It's not funny.
Nothing about shitting in your bed, nothing about making it burst, nothing about shitting oranges. I'm not feeling this one. Changing something too much that it hardly even resembles what it was intended for is dumb, pointless, and actually happens way too often.
Did we just catch a ghost? Oh, yeah.
What goes around comes around. Caddyshack 2.
And we are going to end this shit show of an episode by focusing on one final song. The composition is beautiful. It's moving. Here, listen to a children's choir sing it. That is some truly beautiful art right there. No ifs and or
Big butt.
about it. But what are these children saying? Oh, let me tell you.
Lick my arse nicely. Lick it nice and clean. Nice and clean, lick my arse. That's a greasy desire, nicely buttered. Like the licking of roast meat, my daily activity. 3 will lick more than 2. Come on, just try it. And lick, lick, lick. Everybody lick their arse for themselves.
What can I say? Mozart loved his poop. That's a fact, and I love that fact. The fact about loving that fact that's a fact is a fact. All of this info was found on multiple websites, which are all on the internet. That's for sure. Therefore proving that the internet is a toilet. Quick announcement. I try not to talk about anything but the content, but here's a quick update on the show. Over the past few months, I've had so much fun pumping these out and getting comfortable with the show. Starting next week, the show's going to be coming out once a week, and it's going to be a little beefier. I'm playing with some options for a few quick little segments to throw in there, like Review, where I find a dumb review online, and I review that review in a way of my own. Or then there's Less Than 100 Views, a segment where I find you something ridiculous or cringy, maybe both, on YouTube with less than 100 views, and I share it with you. Also, another thing, starting today, we will be ending each episode with a Smool karaoke song compilation. You remember that karaoke website we covered back in episode 13? Well, I'm obsessed with that site and all of the talent it has to offer. So I'm going to edit a best of song every week. Listen if you want. I love making them. So many bad singers and people with no shame. And I'm totally okay with that. Please rate and review The Internet is a Toilet on the podcast app of your choice, and find me on Twitter, @toilet.com, TOILETDOTCOM. Find me there and tell me about some shitty shit on the internet that you know about that I may not. Hey Mozart, this next word goes out to you. But! Until then.
Bye, have a great time.
Show you the world.
Shine, shine, brilliant, splendid.
Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide?
I can open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder.
Over sidewise, the hand and there on the magic carpet ride.
A whole new world.
A new fantastic point of view. No one tells us no, nowhere to go, or say we're only dreaming.
A whole new world. A dancing place I never knew. But now from way up here, it's crystal clear. Now I'm in a whole new world with you.
Unbelievable sights and indescribable feelings,
Soaring, tumbling, freewheeling through an endless diamond sky.
a whole new
Don't you dare close your eyes.
100,000
Oh, your plans get better. I'm like a shooting star. I've come so far. I can't go back to where I used to be.
New worries, I'm still pursued.
I'll chase them anywhere. There's time to spare. Let me share this whole world with you.
a whole new world.
A new fantastic point of view.
No one to tell us hello or where to go.
Oh, since we're only dreaming.
With no horizons to pursue.
I'll chase them anywhere. There's time to stay.
Anywhere.
There's time to spare.
Let me share
This whole new world with